Okay, I hope y'all are doing well. Listen, it's nearly Friday on a holiday weekend, so I'm very, very relaxed. But I wanted to talk to you all very quickly, um, because in case you're not paying attention, um, basically the Supreme Court ruled that race is not a consideration in college admissions. Black women should not care about this at all because you have had Black men who have spent decades saying that we are their biggest problem. The system is not their issue, right? And at the end of the day, if you're a Black woman, you're still protected under your gender. Okay, you're still protected. So, whatever happens with race based policies should not be your concern because the very men that you march for, the very men that you protest for, will be the ones saying, they'll be the very ones saying that, well, no, the system they complain about is not their issue. You are. You're their biggest problem. Now, I understand that some of you have sons. Some of us have nephews and cousins and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, they will have to qualify solely based on merit. And if you feel like they are going to be discriminated against, you need to take your issue up with the Black men who spent decades saying that the system was not their major problem. They blamed you for it, Black woman. You who voted for liberal policies that have coddled Black men for decades. You Black women who have frankly voted against your own interests and against the interests of other Black women. They have blamed you for their problems. And the reality is that what people are saying is they don't want to be around your sons because they have a propensity for violence, whether they have a degree or not. You look at all of these issues where women are being victimized in this country, and they are being victimized by entitled Black men. And so now people are just at the point where they're saying, okay, well, let's not allow them into our spaces. And I really hope that Black women don't, I hope that we don't take up their causes. Let them deal with the bullshit. You even have that motherfucker on the Supreme Court. You have Clarence Thomas, okay? Clarence Thomas, who clearly was around during the days of Jim Crow and all that shit, saying that affirmative action did not help him at all. So why should we care, Black women? Why should we care about whatever happens to these niggas? Because as soon as they get into those positions of power, they separate themselves from whatever issues they dealt with tied to their Blackness. So why can't Black women do the same thing? Why can't I be an individual Black woman and say, well, this is what happened to me based on my experience? Why can't you do the same thing as an individual Black woman? Why are we expected to carry on the burden of an entire race of people who will stab you in the back and not think twice about it? Why should we care? Like, why is it our business? Of course you care about yourself. You care about your children. But the reality is that you need to put yourself and your kids and the kids in your periphery in the position to not have to care about the bullshit. You need to make sure that your kids are in the position to be an asset to whatever school or job environment that they choose to put themselves in. And it's not going to be based on anything related to their skin color. They need to be doubly qualified. And guess what? As Black women, because of the way our image has been tarnished and the ways that we have contributed to that, we have to do the same thing. When you go on a job, people have to know, like, you are doubly qualified to do that job. That's the position that we're in. But we've been placed in that position because of our attachment to a race of men who don't give a fuck about us, and because of our support of that. Welcome to a world where you have contributed to your bullshit, where you have contributed to the position that you are in. Now, when it comes to affirmative action as a Black woman, guess what they have not removed as a provision? They haven't removed your gender, right? So if you put your gender first, you will still qualify for certain provisions. They haven't removed your geographic location. For those of you who are Black women from different parts of the world, they have not removed ethnic and other qualifications based on your nationality. So you have to focus on yourself. These are just the times we're in. And you need to stay away. Listen, and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care how y'all feel about the last live stream I did. You need to stay away from these guys of other races who are trying to talk you into accepting poverty-like conditions. The OGs of divestment told us that as individual Black women, we have to align ourselves to men in situations that will do the best for us as individual Black women. Fuck the collective. Fuck them. Hopefully they will do well for themselves. But let me tell you something. Don't ever love anybody more than you love you. Don't ever love anybody more than you love you. And when you see these decisions come out of the court, think about what is best for you. What's best for you and your family and your kids or the kids that you love. I hope y'all have a good day. We're close to Friday. My voice is kind of scratchy. These are just seasonal allergies. So once I move around a little bit, this will be better. But just understand the men that you all care about have spent decades saying that Black women are their major problem. So when the system does what it's going to do to them, it's not our issue at all. Let them fight through it on their own. All right? Have a great night. We'll talk soon.